Hi, I'm Adam.
And I'm Joe.
And together we are the Maladjusted Misfits.
And this is the one where we talk about friends.
Joe, if we got divorced and I was getting married, would you hook up with Janice?
Actually, I've been meaning to tell you.
Oh my Cthulhu. Welcome, Misfits, and hello to any new Friends fans that have stumbled across our podcast.
Every week we rewatch the next episode in sequential order because that makes the most sense.
And we break it down.
And look up trivia.
And give our own maladjusted take on the whole episode.
And we try and make each other laugh.
And fingers crossed, one of you two.
That's true. Hello.
Hello. Anything going on this past week?
I got to work from home today. I don't normally get to work from home.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was different. The dogs didn't know what to do with themselves.
Yeah, they were excited to be back in that office.
I know. I haven't used it in a month. There were cobwebs everywhere. Well, actually, it's been longer than a month, like 9 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was cold and dark in there.
Cold and dark. Desolate.
What are we doing this week?
This week, we're doing the one with Chandler's work laugh.
And what's our IMDb plot?
Monica becomes annoyed at how Chandler sucks up to his boss. Rachel tries to comfort Monica about her relationship with Chandler. And Ross hooks up with Janice when he finds out Emily is getting married.
Our episode director this week is one of our creators and producers, Kevin Bright.
Oh, Kev.
And he's obviously a director as well. Producer, creator, director.
Right.
I read an article that said Kevin Bright handled the technical and logistical backbone of the entire series.
Oh, okay.
He oversaw editing, sound mixing, budgeting, scheduling, and casting of the fabulous guest stars we've had.
Oh, lovely.
And his directing helped him maintain the consistent tone and rhythm across the 10 seasons.
Nice.
So they split the duties between the three, so I'll share what the other two do in another episode.
Yeah, that was a lot.
That was fun, yeah. Our episode writer was Alicia Sky Varnitiez.
Mm-hmm.
She's back. She wrote one episode in season 4, and she has 2 in season 5.
Nice.
She also wrote for a short-lived series called Kristen, about a heart of gold Southern secretary in the big city, starring Kristen Chenoweth.
Aw.
Yeah, she's
the original
cutie.
Glinda.
The original Glinda, that's right. But I liked her from Pushing Daisies.
Yeah.
Olive.
When
was our original air date?
The original air date was January 21st, 1999.
Oh.
That week in the box office top 10 was A Simple Plan, starring Bill Paxton, Billy Bob Thornton, and Bridget Fonda, a small-town thriller directed by Sam Raimi.
I didn't think I knew that Sam Raimi directed that.
Yeah, it's a weird one for him,
right? We liked it. It was really good.
Then we had At First Sight, a tutti-frutti movie where Val Kilmer played a blind guy having a higher-than-average sense of smell. Then we had A Thin Red Line, Terrence Malick's World War II epic that stars all of the leading men in Hollywood that were not in Saving Private Ryan.
Last week's, right?
Yeah. And in the numero uno spot, Varsity Blues, which starred James Vanderbeek and was about a high school football team winning or losing a big...
Adam, wake up!
Oh, sorry. I'm sure sports people loved it very much.
Are you ready for some trivia?
Yes, I am ready for some trivia.
So trivia has it that Lisa Kudrow was actually afraid of the chick and the duck, despite her character picking them up in this episode. She picks up the chicken, and I think she was frightened of picking them up.
Oh, like frightened... She would hurt them or frightened of them?
Frightened of them and like the flapping and the unpredictability of a barnyard animal in a New York City apartment. Obviously, we all know that Matthew Perry was once a Canadian tennis champion.
Did I know that?
I thought you did.
Maybe I did. And
my
I just
gosh.
did not note it.
Yes, he's very good at tennis, which is funny since he loses on purpose to his boss and then later wins ping pong against Mike.
Yeah.
This is the only time in the series where Janice appears but doesn't share any scenes with Chandler. Yeah, she comes and goes and Chandler's never found. In fact, Janice still believes that Chandler is in Yemen for work. Which he told her to avoid getting back together in the one with all the rugby.
Right. Which is funny that she still believes that. And
Yeah.
she was never once like,
No. It's surprising he hasn't come back yet. Interestingly, it's not Janice who utters her famous line in this episode.
Oh, yeah?
But it's Ross.
Yeah.
Ross goes, "Oh my God." So here's a bit of trivia I looked up.
Okay.
Janice actually says, "Oh my God," the least amount of times over the entire series.
Oh, well, yeah.
Any guesses who says the most?
The most out of the friends?
Yes.
I'm going to go with one of the girls, like Monica or Rachel.
Rachel says it 269 times.
Wow. More than once every episode.
Yes. Monica says it 246 times.
That's a lot.
Phoebe says it the least out of the girls, 184 times. Ross, 121. Chandler, 84 times. Joey, 67 times. And Janice only says it 16 times.
Right. Well, she only shows up for like an episode a season.
That's true. And their other characters say it 82 times.
Oh, okay. Other side characters.
Yes. So a total of 1,069 times within the series, 4.53 times per episode, and 106.9 times per season. And then they rated it against other popular shows at the same time.
Yeah.
Friends says it 4.53 more times than Nanny, Frasier, or Seinfeld.
Wow.
Yeah. They say, "Oh my God," a lot.
Yeah, they do. They say it a lot instead of swearing.
Yeah, it's true. Chandler's boss, Doug, tells him that there is a new law firm working for them called Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe.
Mm-hmm.
In the uncensored extended DVD version of this episode, which we watched before we came up here,
Yeah.
the law firm is called Dickum, Stickum, and Run.
Capitalism.
Ouch! That is so bad. I was like, I can't believe they said that. So, what were your episode reactions?
Well, so this week, Rachel, the lady that has a tenuous relationship with the truth, gets irritated that Monica is lying to her. Ross gets a small shot of therapy from Janice, and we find out that I would not be friends with Chandler at work. But it's all good. It's fun.
It's a good episode. There's some funny bits, and really it's just moving the story along to the relationship reveal that's coming up, you know?
Yeah.
I cannot stand Chandler's boss, Doug. I mean, the guy plays him absolutely perfectly.
Yeah.
He plays the most annoying person you could probably meet.
Right. He gets the job done.
That's right. I have met some of those types of bosses, and I have to walk away.
Yeah.
I just don't like interacting with them. I love that Janice is back and that Ross drives her nuts, and then that's what snaps him out of his slump. It's so funny.
I've become so whiny that I annoy you, Janice.
Are you ready for some favorites?
I am ready. What's your favorite line, Joe?
I like when Janice comes in and she asks the friends not to judge her.
Right.
And Phoebe goes, "Oh, nobody's judging you."
That is true. And 1-2 punch win for Phoebe because I took her very next line, which was, "You two would have very hairy children."
I wasn't expecting you to say that. My favorite moment, I mean, when Ross comes home with Janice, that whole scene is just so funny. The whole, he hooked up. What about yours?
Well, I almost had Monica when Monica was asked to throw a game.
Oh, yeah.
Because I really like her reaction.
I did not understand what you just said.
I had to go with another Ross moment, which is when he's realizing how whiny he, in fact, is.
Yeah.
It's been 5 seasons. Yeah. I know. It's gotten him into trouble recently.
Which was almost my favorite line when he goes, "I am now."
Right.
All right, favorite outfit. I know this is weird, but I liked it in 1999, and I like it now. I like Janice's outfit when she's breaking up with Ross in the coffee shop. She has this cute little strapless top over a long sleeve shirt. It's colorful, it's fun, and gosh darn it, I like it.
I think everybody had on cute outfits this week.
They did, yeah.
It was a very cute week. But Monica in the tennis outfit and ponytails is pretty
Super
adorable.
Cute. Very cute. All right, themes we explored this episode. Theme 1, being someone else at work versus who you are at home.
Yeah.
I can't do that. I mean, I'm a bit more reserved at work because of my position.
Right.
But I dress how I want, and I act pretty much the same, and I have the same laugh and humor at work.
Right.
I can't change that or fake that.
Right. And it's weird that Chandler's different around that guy.
Right. Like, people talk about sports all the time, and I always say, oh, I don't watch sports. And they don't say anything. It's like, okay, and they move on. But
Theme 2, unexpected sad hookups equals Ross bless Janice.
That was really unexpected.
Yeah. When she comes in the door, it's such a fun surprise.
It's so funny. The fact Joey knows he hooked up with somebody, and what did he think he was going to do? Get away with it? He was going to continue dating her and they weren't going to find out? Theme 3, finding out one of your best friends are still in a relationship, but hiding it for them. Still. Joey is still hiding that they're in a relationship.
And Rachel knows, and they're pretending she doesn't know.
Yeah.
And theme 4, Janice is back, and 2 out of 3 of our guys had fallen under her spell. Is she possibly a witch?
She is a witch. All right, we're going to take a quick break before we break down the episode.
Hey, can I get another Zima?
Oh my God, Ross!
Janice? Hi, Janice.
Have you heard from Chandler? My letters to him keep getting returned.
Oh, I don't know. They keep them moving around.
Oh, how are you doing?
Oh, not good. The woman I was briefly married to is getting remarried.
The lesbian?
No, I mean, well, she did get remarried, but I married a woman from England, and well, she had trust issues.
You married someone British?
Why is that funny?
It just doesn't seem like it would work. Besides, don't you love Rachel?
Oh, no, not anymore. You got divorced, right?
Oh, yeah, and the Mattress King got remarried to one of his servants, Little Miss New Boobs.
Yeah, it's hard having kids, getting divorced.
To divorce.
To divorce.
Well, you know what I learned? Sometimes a person can find comfort in the arms of an old friend.
Really? Oh, you mean...
Yeah.
Me and you?
Well, yeah. It'll get your mind off the British girl and her new prince. What was her name anyways?
Rachel.
Oh my God, you had a British Rachel too?
Did I say Rachel? All right, we are back.
Oh, we're back.
This week, our curtain opens upon Monica and Rachel's apartment. Miss Green is interrogating Mr. Tribbiani on various aspects of C&M's relationship, while he has a pizza box poised on his lap, napkin tucked into his sweater, and enjoying some pepperoni pizza. And now I want some pizza.
Which is why we have pizza on the grocery list this week.
As we join our pair, Rachel is getting upset. Come on, Joey! And Joey's like, Rach, I told you everything I knew last night. Look, it's not that big of a deal. So Monica and Rachel are doing it.
You said Rachel.
Damn it.
Monica and Rachel are doing it. Wow. Fantasize much?
So Monica and Chandler are doing it. See, Rachel hasn't had as much time to adjust, so she asks, I can't believe you would say that. But Joey misinterprets and responds, sorry, Monica and Chandler are making love.
And he uses air quotes when he said he didn't know how to use air quotes.
Maybe he forgot.
I forget.
Rachel is like, no, pizza eater, this is a huge deal. And then Rachel plants herself beside him on the couch, and now she figures she'll narrow the scope of her questioning. Fine, I need more details. Who initiated the first kiss? Huh? And Joey reflects before answering with a, I don't know.
And in a couple cut lines, Rachel states, God, I just can't imagine Chandler being romantic. And Joey responds with a, yeah, like it's that hard to imagine.
It is kind of hard. And Rachel then resumes the interrogation. Is he romantic with her?
I don't know.
Are they in love?
I don't know.
And Rachel scoffs scoffily. You don't know anything. And Joey remembers something. Oh, I know one thing. And Rachel's all excited.
What?
And Joey tells her they did right there on the couch yesterday.
Oh.
And he points to where Rachel sits. And she jumps up. And then she starts to inspect that spot, presumably checking for a moist maker residue.
Oh, no. Stop that right there. Inappropriate.
Joey could have told her that C and M hooked up in London.
Yeah, he knows that much.
Right, but then Rachel would have been like, oh, yeah, that was not a good trip for me. Stupid Hugh Laurie. Q, I'll be there for you.
All right, we're at Central Perk and everyone is there as Ross enters. The gang greet him with haze, but Ross is disinterested. He gives a half-hearted, yeah, and hurries up to the counter. Hey, Gunther, can I have a scone, please?
Oh, Reginald's at the counter.
He is?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know it's him. He turns to the gang and goes, want to hear some good news? In a pissy tone.
And in a cut line, Chandler teasingly asks, is somebody else going to give it to us? Because you certainly seem like you don't have any.
Ross corrects, no, I do. Someone I know is getting married. Yay! And weddings are happy occasions. Oh, by the by, it's my ex-wife, Emily.
Oh.
Everyone is stunned. What? Ugh. Chandler offers his condolences. Sorry, man. Gunther gives Ross his order. Here's your scone. Ross thanks Gunther, and then he takes it, hands the plate that it's on to Rachel, sets the scone on the table, and proceeds to pound it into oblivion while saying, stupid British snack food!
Jeez, the scone didn't say the wrong name at your wedding.
Chandler asks, did they teach you that in your anger management class?
No.
And it's not a sweater vest, but he looks like he is in a chill Western with a, that color scheme, doesn't he? He's like a laid-back Western TV show or something.
Yeah. He's the rootinest, tootinest statistical analysis and data reconfiguration expert round these parts.
Phoebe tries to cheer him up and says, hey, you know what might help you deal with it? Think of it this way. You and Emily are in the past, and you can't be mad about the past. So are you still mad about the Louisiana Purchase? Rachel questions, Phoebes, I don't think anyone's mad about that.
Les French?
Phoebe triumphantly agrees. Exactly, because it's in the past.
Well, what about... You know what? It's probably not a good idea to play that game.
So Joey, eyeing the flattened scone, says, anybody gonna eat that?
That one half still looks edible.
Right. I can pick up the big crumbs.
Next, we're in Chandler's office's mingling room.
Mingling room?
I guess they're all mingling, and it doesn't look like anything else is in there. C and M are both in attendance at this evening's duck and goose soiree. Monica comments, look at us all dressed up for the big office party. And by the way, what are we celebrating?
And what do you think Monica told Rachel she was doing all dressed up when she left?
Mind your own business screen?
I'm going to a regatta gala.
That would have been funny.
That would have.
Or she left from work.
That's true.
But Chandler explains, we just had a lot of liquor left over from the Christmas party.
Oh my God.
I bet Doug was in charge of that list.
Yes.
Monica is pleased, saying, well, I think this is cool because none of our friends are here and we can be a real couple. We don't have to hide. And Chandler agrees, I know, I can do this. And he holds her hand. And Monica adds, ooh, and I can do this. And she gives Bing a peck on the cheek as she kind of presses her body against him, and they have a prolonged glance, and the heat rises, and they both go, well, we
can't do that. Oh, come on. It's a common office party trope in sitcoms or movies for couples to sneak off. And Chandler has that ginormous office.
Okay, Dirty Bird, this is Monica. It isn't that floozy from Die Hard.
Who is naked 5.5 seconds into the movie.
Fucking California. Then sneaking up on Chandler like a fired Boy Scout leader, Chandler's boss, Doug, shouts, hey, Bing!
Oh, jeez.
And he slaps Bing's bottom. Doug's gaze snaps to Monica, and he guffaws, whoa, who's the pretty lady, and what the hell is she doing with you? Chandler self-deprecates. I asked myself that very question, sir. This is Monica. And to Monica, he goes, this is my boss, Doug. Should try and stay at least 4 feet away from him at all times.
Gross.
Monica gives a pleasant, hi, nice to meet you. And Doug introduces his wife, Kara, who says, nice to meet you, Monica. And I feel sorry for her for about half a second until she yells, Bing, and then gives that Bing bottom another bap. Doug moves right along to setting up a joke. Say, Bing, did you hear about the new law firm we got working for us? And Chandler's like, no, sir. And Doug reveals, yeah, do we cheat him and how? Except on the DVD, like you mentioned, he says, yeah, dick 'em, stick 'em, and run.
Ugh.
Which I feel might have been just Sam McMurray may have improvised that.
Oh, really?
You know, that's just...
Dick 'em, stick 'em, and run?
Yeah, that seems like something he would have just improvised. He's always playing that kind of guy.
Yeah, he is. It's unfortunate for him.
That's just speculation. So this is when Chandler lays out his first work laugh. It's like horrible.
Yeah, it is.
So job done, Doug blurts out, come on, honey, let's go drink our body weight. Providing much needed respite for Monica already, because she turns to Chandler and asks, what the fuck was that? And Chandler's like, what? Monica snaps, that noise you just made, loser. And Chandler explains, oh, that was my work laugh. And Monica cracks, really? Your work laugh? And Chandler gives brown-nosing pro tip number 1. Oh, believe me, to survive this party, you're going to have to come up with one, too. And Monica's ready for that challenge. She's like, all right, check me out. And she saunters over to a group listening to Doug rehash some joke from the 1970s. And he finishes with, $30, father, same as in town. Yeah, Monica cackles at that punchline like Wendy Woodpecker?
Instead of Woody Woodpecker?
Like, it sounds like the beginning, but she doesn't do the... Yeah.
All right, we're at Central Park. Monica's buying a muffin as Chandler runs in saying, hey, everybody at work loved you last night. And she cutely says, really? He goes, yeah, and they like me more because I was with you. I think you repaired a lot of damage from when they met Joey.
Ooh.
I assume this is when he worked there and lied about having a family and a boat. And Doug wants us to play tennis with him. He's never even talked to me outside of work, except for that time when he bumped into each other at the strip club. Monica glares at him. Strip church? Anyway, I'm going to try and find a racket.
I bet I can guess the denomination of the strip church in 3 guesses.
No. So Monica questions, hey, I thought you already had one.
So the Asian gentleman I spotted at the perk a few times, the season is at the counter behind them. So in keeping with the names like Cornelius, I have christened him Percival. By the way, I kind of looked up the name Cornelius, and according to some baby name website, it is the 988th most popular name in the U.S.
Oh my God.
Having dropped considerably from its height in 1881.
He and baby Ruth can play together. Chandler points out, oh, I used to, but then Joey thought it would be fun to go to Central Park and hit rocks at bigger rocks.
Oh.
He starts to leave and stops at entering Rachel, and he says, hey, Rach, do you have a tennis racket? And Rachel says, you know, I lent it to Joey, and I never actually got it back. And Chandler quips, okay, good luck with that. And then he leaves.
Yes, he does.
Rachel and Monica greet each other with heys and highs, and Rachel asks, what's up? Monica questions, what are you doing here? I thought you had to do inventory all day. She doesn't really look like she's dressed to do inventory. I've done inventory a couple times. It requires a lot of counting of multiple items, usually in a dirty, dusty warehouse.
Right, but she does lingerie inventory.
Oh, that's true.
At Bloomingdale's.
That would be a clean job. Rachel agrees, yeah, well, I do, but I decided to take a long lunch and spend some time with my friend Monica. You know, I feel like we don't talk anymore. How are you? What is new with you? As she pats her thigh with each word. Monica pauses. Not much. Work's good. Rachel says, oh, you know, we don't have to talk about work. We can talk about anything. Monica agrees. Okay. Rachel excitedly interrupts and says, hey, you know what? Let's talk about relationships.
Oh.
Monica giggles. Okay, what's going on with you? Rachel quickly says, nothing. You go. Monica hesitates. Well, there was a guy at the bank that I thought was cute, but I don't anymore.
Saucy.
I know. Rachel, disappointed, says, wow, that's juicy, Monica. She checks her watch. You know what, Mon? I actually do have a lot of work to do, so if you're sure there's just not anything else... Monica says, yes, I'm sure, Rachel. Is there something that you want to talk to me about? She sighs, gets up to leave, and then mumbles under her breath, if there was, I wouldn't tell you. Mom looks really confused.
Yeah, she's like, what the hell
Why is she looking at me like
she
that?
She came in for 2 seconds
I
to do that.
totally would have been like, oh my God, she knows. But I'm always paranoid, so.
Okay, so we pick up at the home of the three amigos, where Phoebe is acting as arbitration between the chick and the duck as they are contending in some dispute on the countertop. The duck stares down at Rooster, saying, and Phoebe asks, ooh, okay, well then what happened? And then the duck flaps its wings, very annoyed.
It's so cute.
And Phoebe gasps, oh, uh-huh. And the chicken rooster thing clucks in response, but Phoebe rebukes them. You'll get your turn. I think we know whose side she's on already.
Yeah, right?
And Ross emerges from the water closet with a, hey, Phoebes, what's going on? How long has he been in there?
I know. She seems deep in this conversation with these animals.
Anyway, Phoebes tells him nothing before picking up the chick and setting it on the floor, telling it, this is not over. Ross picks up a piece of paper from the counter, whining, no. And Phoebe's like, what? And Ross explains, I was up all night writing this nasty letter to Emily. It's only 1 page.
I know. It's not even front and back.
Yeah.
One-sided.
It was perfect, and now it's covered in, and the note is covered in duck dung. And the duck quacks on cue before Ross changes his tune with, actually, thanks.
So weird.
And Joey then enters from his bedroom saying, all right, everybody ready to go to the movies? And Ross goes, actually, I think I'm going to skip it. I'm still deeply distraught by my news concerning Rachel.
Emily!
Ross is like, damn it, Emily, right. Yeah, I'm going to stay here and read my book. I just want to be alone right now. Relax, you're not Greta Garbo.
So Greta Garbo was an actress who famously said...
Yeah, they can Google it themselves.
I like to look things up.
Joey tries to entice Ross. Are you sure you don't want to come? Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan, they get mail and stuff. Which is actually still number 7 at the box office at this point in time.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
Okay.
Ross mutters, that's okay, Joe. And Joe goes, all right, Phoebes. And they grab their coats and head. Ross licks the envelope, having momentarily forgotten the foreign residue upon the note, and goes, oh, God.
So we're at a tennis court somewhere in the city of New York. It's a doubles match of the century, Chandler and Monica versus Doug and Kara.
Yeah, baby.
Doug shouts, bing! And he hits the ball towards Chandler, who returns it back to him. He then hits the ball at Monica, who slams it and bounces off Kara's leg.
I like picturing somebody just winging the ball at her leg.
And she goes, ow! Monica yells, game! Doug breathlessly says, well, I gotta tell you, Bing, that partner of yours is a real tiger.
Tiger. Well, at least that's how Sam here spells it in Raising Arizona.
He said it again in Raising Arizona.
Remember, he says...
Oh, that's right.
He says...
it's a real tiger in the sack.
Yeah.
That's right. Then he asks his wife, are you all right, sweetheart? Poor Kara, out of breath, mouths, I'm not all right. No.
Duh, you married Doug.
Right? Oh, my God. Ugh. Doug says...
Ugh.
I mean, we don't even have anyone mildly that bad in our life. I mean, the people that annoy us aren't even close to this level. I can't imagine if you had a relative or I had a relative at this.
Yeah, we got a couple that kind of float around this level, but, like, or we just kind of try to avoid them.
So Doug says, we're just going to get a little sip of water, and they both walk off the court. Monica excitedly says, I'm on fire today, or what? Those birds are brown, basted, and ready to be caught. Chandler quips, okay, easy, Martina. After Martina Navratilova. I think we should let them win the next game. Monica, flabbergasted, says, I'm sorry. I don't understand what you just said.
That came very close to being my favorite line.
I know, mine too, because I just love how she delivers it.
Right.
There's like no tone or inflection. It's like, I'm sorry.
Right.
I didn't understand what you just said.
It's the perfect delivery.
It's like, who the fuck do you think you're talking to? So Chandler repeats, let them win one. Monica, exasperated, says, are you crazy? We own those two. I mean, look at him. He can't breathe and she's popping pills.
I like that. She just looks over her shoulder real fast and she is right in that second.
She's taking pills. Chandler pushes, you're not even giving them a chance. And Monica snarks, they have rackets, don't they? That was almost my favorite line, too. Doug, still beaten down, says, Bing, I think we're going to make this the last game. Chandler fake laughs and says, "Oh, yes, sir. Put me out of my misery. Are you sure you never played pro?" Which is funny because he did. Does his work laugh and then begs Monica, "Please let them win." McEnroe Geller says, "I'll take it down to 95%, but that's the best I can do." She serves to Doug, who returns it to Chandler. As it bounces over his head, Chandler swings and misses. Chandler goes, "Oopsie, missed it." Monica shouts, "I got it." And she hits a forehand smash that bounces right in between Doug and Kara and scores a point. Doug sarcastically goes, "Nice shot." Chandler glares at her and she shrugs her shoulders. Monica serves again and Kara returns it. Monica goes, "I got it." Chandler cuts in front of her and hits the ball high and long. Chandler shouts, "Long," and he gives Monica the work laugh.
Yeah. I don't sports very often anymore, but I have something to say to all those boys out there who let their bosses win. I'm ashamed of you. If your boss needs babied, buy him a fucking bottle and quit already.
Jeez.
I'm sorry. It's the laughing at things that aren't funny that's getting to me. Moving on, we rejoin the pair as they enter Monica and Rachel's post-game. Monica has her Geller feathers all ruffled. "I can't believe you let them win." And Chandler grumbles, "Well, at least you hid your feelings well about it," as he shows the audience his smashed racket. Monica reveals, "I was frustrated. I was frustrated with you." Then Chandler argues against himself, saying, "If we hadn't lost the game, they would have never invited us to dinner tomorrow night." Nobody wants to spend more time with Doug. Gross.
Yeah.
And Monica lays it out. "You know what really bothers me? It's how different you act around them. Throwing the tennis game, the fake laugh, the I see you, Bing. Not if I see you first, Doug." Monica mocks his annoying laugh.
And in a couple cut lines, Chandler begs, "Listen, I don't sound like some crazed drunken pirate." And Monica tells him, "I know you don't, but work Chandler does."
Then Monica continues, "I gotta tell you, I don't like Work Chandler, okay? The guy's a suck-up. Adam's losing respect for you. Imagine if Ross was pulling this shit." And Chandler doesn't like smelling the brown on his nose and tells her, "Yeah, okay, because you said that, I'm not putting out tonight."
So we're back at Chandler, Joey, and Ross's. The next morning, the girls are there with Joey. Monica's pacing in her bathrobe. "I'm telling you, something's wrong. My brother doesn't stay out all night."
Oh, wait, did anybody check with the girl from the copy place?
Joey offers, "Maybe we should check the trash chute." Rachel points out, "Ross couldn't fit down the trash chute." Joey agrees, "That's right. He almost could," which is exactly how I got stuck there.
All night.
Ross enters and the girls excitedly say hellos. Monica says, "Oh my God." She goes to hug him, stops short, and hits him on the shoulder. "Where the hell have you been?" Ross offers, "Just out."
So behind Ross, you can see the Magnadoodle. It says, "Joey, call Kim," with a smiley face on it.
Call Kim. Rachel shouts, "Oh, ow, oh God. I don't know why we didn't think to check there." Phoebe asks, "What were you doing?" Ross offers that he went to a bar and then I just walked around for a while. Rachel questions, "You walked around all night in the city by yourself?" Joey snaps his finger. "He hooked up. He hooked up with someone." Ross snaps, "Look, I don't have to answer your questions, okay? I'm a big boy. I can do whatever I want." Joey repeats, "He hooked up. Tell us about her." Suddenly, the door opens and Ross's mystery girl enters. I'll give you a hint who it is. Oh my God. It's Janice. Janice enters and says, "Ross, you left your scarf in the..." And sees everyone and says, "Hey, you guys." They all turn around with shocked looks on their faces and stare at Ross. Ross is at a loss for words at this moment. There is a quick commercial break, and we're right back.
Yeah, he was not expecting them to find out so soon.
I know.
He was like, uh-oh.
Janice tries to give an excuse. Okay. I know what you're thinking, but Chandler is in Yemen. I'm a young woman. I have needs. I cannot wait forever. Rachel agrees, yeah. What I was thinking. Janice continues, "So I'm asking you, please take a moment before you judge me." Phoebe goes, "Oh, nobody's judging you." And they all turn and look at Ross. Janice happily says, "Oh, okay." To Ross, "You, Mr. Right Place at the right time. Call me." Does her famous, or is that infamous, laugh, and exits.
Janice's work laugh must be terrifying.
Oh my God. They all turn and glare at Ross.
So we get a funny cut line from Joey who says, "So I guess you finished your book. Had some extra time on our hands, did we?"
I do like that. Ross clarifies, okay, look, I know what you guys are going to say. And Phoebe declares, you two would have very hairy children. Ross confused, okay, I didn't know you would say that.
Yeah, we just saw those scams last episode. We're talking Robin Williams level of hairy.
Rachel questions, Ross? Janice? Joey backs his friend up. All right, hold on. This is Ross, okay? He's our friend. He obviously went crazy. He obviously lost his mind.
And we have some more cut lines. Ross defends himself, or Janice, by saying, look, it's not that crazy, okay? Monica replies to that with, but it's Janice. I mean, she's Janice. How drunk were you?
Ross offers, I didn't lose my mind, okay? Janice and I have a lot in common. We've both been divorced. We both have kids.
That's like half of American adults.
Phoebe questions, so are you actually going to see her again? And Joey shouts, Phoebe, don't put ideas in his head. And Ross definitively says, I am going to see her again. Joey shouts, damn it, Phoebe.
I do like that damn it, Phoebe, quite a lot. Then we pick up at Monica and Rachel's later that day. Monica's at the kitchen table, digging around in a bag, looking for her eyelash curler or something. And then Rachel busts in the door. Okay, I have something to tell you that I never admitted during our entire friendship, but when we were in high school, I made out with James Farrell, even though I knew that you liked him. Wow, that feels so good to get off my chest. Okay, you go. And Monica asks, my turn, what's happening right now?
You said a lot in a very short period of time.
Rachel has now reached the end of her very short rope. Monica, I know about you and Chandler. And Monica's like, what? And Rachel's like, yeah, I overheard you guys on the phone the other day. You said, I'll tell Rachel that I'm doing laundry for a couple hours. And he said, laundry? Is that my new nickname? And you said, no, you know what your nickname is, Mr. Big. And Rachel says this all very funny, but recapping dialogue is my job, Green. Stay in your lane.
Oh, God.
Monica downplays the news. Well, that sounds like you're writing yourself a little play there, Rach. Wow, let me know how that one turns out. And Rachel admits, well, I wouldn't know because I got so freaked out that I hung up the phone. And then Monica speaks as she thinks of a lie. Well, had you kept listening, you would have heard me call him Mr. Big It. Yep, she landed on Bigot. Could have said Bigfoot.
Big mouth.
Big spender.
Big pharma.
Big head, big head, big head. Reacting to Mr. Bigot, Rachel is like, what? And Monica piles on, yeah, Mr. Bigot, he tells the most racist jokes. And Rachel begs, all right, so you're telling me that there's nothing going on between you and Chandler the racist. And Monica tries to sell me and Chandler, and she caps that by laughing like Wendy Woodpecker again.
So Chandler, Joey, and Ross's Phoebe and Joey are there.
Mm-hmm.
Joey says, all right, put your $20 down. First one to find the tasty treat wins, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Phoebe agrees. Joey says, all right, let's get the contestants out of their isolation booths, which I think is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, we should do this with the dogs.
Tied little strings on the
laundry baskets.
Laundry baskets. So cute. Behind him, you can see the Magnadoodle again, and it says, Jay, Kim called again. He removes the laundry basket that's over the duck and the laundry basket that's over the chicken and goes, and they're off. But he puts his foot in front of the chick, stopping it from moving. And in this scene, you can see the edge of the set. There's no back wall behind the foosball table. You can see the, fake.
Oh, with the widescreen.
Yeah,
that's fun.
So Phoebe shouts, get your foot off my contestant, Judge. Joey ponders and then says, Judge rules, no violation. You think she would have picked the duck because she was mad at the chicken like earlier.
Yeah. I guess once she let him tell his side, it cleared it all up.
So Phoebe's disappointed and goes, oh. Ross enters with a hey, guys. And without turning around, they both acknowledge with a hey. And as they are still watching the chick and the duck looking for the tasty treat.
Yeah.
Ross continues, you know what? It sounds so weird to say this, but I just had a great day with Janice. They both turn around. Joey says, what? And Phoebe questions, are you serious? Ross says, yeah, I opened up to her about all the terrible stuff that's been happening to me. I mean, I talked to her for hours. Joey has lost interest and is watching the race again. Ross continues, it was amazing to have someone give you such focused attention. Phoebe says, you don't need Janice for that. You've got us. And Joey shouts, interrupting, and the duck gets the Nutter Butter.
Yay!
Phoebe turns from Ross. No, hey, that's not a Nutter Butter. That's just an old wonton. Joey pauses. Judge rules. Nutter Butter.
Oh.
Phoebe respectfully says, oh, tough call. Joey agrees, yeah.
When I come home in the middle of a tasty treat race between pets, I know all eyes are not going to be on me until the race is over.
That's right. How can you know who won if you're watching and talking to Ross?
But then we go to Doug's house. We pan across some old photos of Doug. One, he's holding a microphone. It's probably him singing that song from the strip club of season 1 of The Simpsons.
Oh, God.
Chandler and Monica are finishing their dinner with Doug and Kara. Doug throws out another joke from the old book of standards. But seriously, I believe that we should all support President Clinton and her husband Bill. And Chandler does his work laugh at this as his spine turns to jello. Doug could tell racist jokes. Maybe that's why it was fresh in her mind.
Maybe. I'm sure he does. There's probably not a subject he does not tell jokes about.
So Kara asks, so how do you kids like your coffee? Which is kind of playful and fun. Monica is like, it's 9 o'clock at night, none for me, thanks. And Chandler requests with just a little bit of sugar. Doug suggests, well, I'll bring it out and have Monica stick her finger in it. That ought to sweeten it up, huh? At least that was cute.
Yeah.
Doug and Kara go to get coffee and Monica complains, how does that laugh not give you a headache? Translation, you're giving me a headache. Chandler defends, oh, you get used to it.
Oh my God.
And Monica, losing her grip, admits, yeah, I don't think I can. So if you don't mind, maybe this will be it for me on the work things. And Chandler defends further, so I laugh at my boss's jokes. What's the big deal? Well, he's not just doing courtesy laughs here.
No.
He's doing, I'm drunk and you are hilarious laughs. Monica contends, I'd rather not hang out with sniveling work weasel guy when I can actually be hanging out with my boyfriend, who I respect. And Chandler goes, oh. And then there's a minute before the stark realization of what she just said dawns on him.
I know. He's like, oh, she respects me.
But not right now.
Not right now.
So Doug comes back, having survived his trip to the kitchen. Damn it. Oh, I gotta apologize for Kara's coffee. You know, I feel sorry for it. If I'd ever gotten in a fight, it wouldn't be strong enough to defend itself. And Chandler decides mid-evening to change course and remains silent. Not even oh, you and your ways. I think Doug just assumes Chandler is having a stroke and asks, did you hear what I said, Bing? And again, Chandler responds in a strokey way with, what? And Doug explains, the joke, Bing, what's the matter with you? And Chandler finally starts to verbalize, well, I just didn't think it was funny, sir. So up till now, Chandler has been his easiest laugh and favoriteest buttock to spank. So Doug is a little rattled here, I think. Mm-hmm. He's like, excuse me? And Chandler starts, well, and he is going to just lay it out.
Yeah.
You're just not fucking funny.
I don't like you.
But Monica interrupts, honey, I just don't think you understood the joke. And Chandler smiles. I broke her. Really?
Oh.
Well, he's the one that tricked Joey into the name thing. Losing the Joey name. Yeah. So Monica continues. Yeah. I mean, it was really funny. I just don't think you got it. You see, Kara's coffee is weak tasting, okay? But what Doug shrewdly implied was that coffee was weak physically. You get it now, honey? And Chandler goes, I think I do. And they both embark on a work laugh together. Before Chandler goes, thank you, Monica. And Monica goes, see, I thought you could use the help. And Chandler even adds, coffee in a fight. Ugh.
We're back at Monica and Chandler's, and Rachel's going through the mail as Joey enters. Mm-hmm. Joey says, hey, Rach, you mind if I read my comic books in here? Rachel, confused, says, sure, why? Joey shares, oh, well, Chandler and Monica are over there, and it's kind of hard to concentrate. Rachel blurts out, what? She just called and said she was going to be working late. She keeps lying to me. That's it. You know what? I'm going to go over there and confront them right now. And she leaves.
Yeah. And one more quick, funny cut line from Joey. He just says panty raid, and then he gets up and goes into Rachel's room.
It was so funny. I was mad they cut it.
So Rachel creeps over to the boys' apartment and pussyfoots up to Chandler's bedroom door, where she drops more eaves on Chandler and Monica. From behind the door, Chandler sums up their convo. All right, so in addition to the horrible laugh, you're telling me I have to tell racist jokes now. Now we're in the bedroom, and Monica goes, I'm sorry, it's just, I'm not very good at this. I'm a terrible liar, and I hate having to lie to Rachel. And Chandler goes, we're just not ready to tell yet. Monica goes, I know, it's just, ever since high school, Rachel was the one person I told everything to, you know? I miss that so much. She's my BFF. Now understanding the hiding of the relationship, Rachel decides not to bother them. I mean, she does really do a lot of storming in and changing her mind at the last
yes,
second.
Yeah.
She starts to scurry out of there, but knocks a lamp over in the process. And Monica comes out to check the racket, going, Joey, oh my God, Rachel! Why didn't Chandler just come out?
Yeah, that was weird.
She shuts the bedroom door, and Rach says, hi, hey! And Monica's like, whoa, what are you doing here? As she tries to hide the intimate boxer sharing that is going on. And Rachel now lies, well, I came over here to borrow this lamp to look at my books, see them a little bit better. Hard on the old peepers when you read in the dark. Monica's like, okay, great. Well, what I was doing in Chandler's room is that I was cleaning it. In fact, he pays me to clean it. And Rachel even helps her with the lie. Oh, what a great way to earn some extra pocket money.
I love how she slaps her pocket at the same time.
Monica goes, well, you know, when I said earlier that I was at work, I meant my new work. And Rachel's like, good enough, right? Okay, well, I gotta go. Books. And she holds up the lamp. Okay. And Monica goes, I'll get back to my new job. And Rachel goes over and hugs Mom. Congratulations on the new job. Almost crying. Because she's really saying,
congratulations on Chandler.
So I even think that, you know, like right now, Monica knows that Rachel's lying. And she is lying about lying about lying.
They know that you know that we know.
So Chandler wanders out when Rachel leaves going, man, she's really gullible. And Monica signs that those lies went right over Rachel's head. Now she's lying to Chandler about, I'll just stop.
We're at Central Perk. Ross and Janice are sitting on the couch, and Gunther serves them both coffee. Here you go. And Ross says thanks, and Janice says, actually, I should get going. And Ross pleads, are you sure? Because I can stay out as late as you want. I told you how I'm on sabbatical from work, right?
Stop saying sabbatical.
Janice exhaustedly says, yes, you did. Ross whines, oh. Janice snaps, what is wrong now? Ross full on being a whiny bitch. This isn't what I ordered. Man, can't anything go right in my life? First, my marriage falls apart, and then Janice shouts, I know. Then you lose your apartment. Then you lose your job. Then your ex-wife gets married so fast, and now the coffee. Ross, we need to talk. Ross goes on the bellyache. Okay, sometimes I feel, Janice hurriedly, no, as she puts her hand on his mouth, which I think is funny.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk. I believe that the sun has set on our day in the sun.
I've had enough of you, chicken boy.
That was almost my favorite line, too. Not chicken boy.
Yeah. The sun is set on our day in the sun.
Yeah. Ross is thoroughly confused. What? Janice starting to cry. You're a very sweet person, Ross. Unfortunately, I don't think I can take another second of you whining. Ross declares, let me make sure I'm hearing this right. You're ending this with me because I'm too whiny? And Janice goes, So you're saying I've become so whiny that I annoy you, Janice.
Janice.
Janice blurts, well, yeah. Ross slowly goes, oh my God. Janice asks, are you going to be okay? And Ross goes, I am now.
I just had an epiphany.
Janice says, okay, and gets up to leave. Joey enters and reluctantly, hi. And Janice changes her tune. Oh, hi. Well, I guess that's 2 out of 3, Joey. And exits. Joey looks at Ross with a horrified look on his face.
Oh, now we're at the tag. We're in the boys' dorm.
The boys' dorm.
Chandler is reading a magazine as Ross hands him a beer saying, look, dude, we got to talk. And Chandler goes, okay. Now, there's a bunch of nonsense on the Magnitude.
I know. I couldn't decipher it either.
I couldn't tell what it said. I think it was Kim called.
Call fucking Kim.
Ross confesses, I just wanted to tell you something before you heard it from someone else. And I hope this isn't too weird, but I had a thing with Janice. And Chandler really laughs at this. Oh, I missed that. And Ross queries, what, you're not mad? And Chandler chuckles, why would I be bad? I'm not going back in there.
Oh, no. He didn't say that.
Ross clarifies, well, because, there's certain rules about this kind of stuff. You don't fool around with your friends' ex-girlfriends or possible girlfriends or girls they're related to. And I like Chandler, you see it hit him.
Right, he snaps right out of it.
Right, he comprehends the situation. He goes, I am mad. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to forgive you because that's what friends do. That's the title of the show. Friends forgive their friends when they do everything you just said there on the list. But I want you to remember that I forgave you. And he's gesturing and pointing.
Mm-hmm.
And Ross smiles and he's like, okay, thinking Joey would have moved out or put him in a box or something. And Chandler adds, also, I want you to remember that I let you live here rent-free. And Ross is happy and he's smiling. He's like, all right. And Chandler tacks some more on. And I want you to remember that I gave you 20. He pulls some cash from his pocket and counts it. $7. No strings attached. Now, if you can't remember that, I think we should write it down. Let's write it down. And he looks for some dung-covered paper to write it down on. That's the end of the episode. Cut and print.
All right, we're going to take another quick break. We'll be right back.
Well, how did it go confronting them on their relationship?
Fine.
What's with the lamp?
I just decided to borrow this lamp to help you read your comic books.
Chicken out.
A little bit. I overheard Monica telling, are those my panties?
Yeah, I did a panty raid while you were out.
Why?
I don't know.
Give me those. You have 2? But these aren't mine. You took a pair of Monica's too?
Sorry, I'm Joey. I'm disgusting. I take my hot friend's panties and sell them on the internet for a huge profit.
Although if I had cute feet, I'd totally take pictures of my feet and sell them on the internet.
Well, we're back.
We're back. What did you learn from this episode?
Joe, what did you learn?
Ross got so desperate that he slept with Janice.
Yeah.
He finally got over the Emily thing. She snapped him right out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Phoebe lets Joey be a player and a judge and then agrees with his calls. She really just wants to play the game.
Yeah.
And wouldn't it be exhausting to be a suck-up? I don't think I could do it.
Yeah.
What did you learn?
Yeah, I learned that Joey was dodging calls from somebody named Kim. That Chandler is a suck-up at work and that Janice is going for a hat trick.
What are your final thoughts on the episode?
Well, I, like you, is never very good at sucking up. I had a review once and somebody said I was aloof. And I told my boss, yeah, I could see that.
What did your boss say?
He said he had to look up aloof.
It sounds like him. I wonder if the writers tried to think of a way for Janice and Joey to hook up, but it never happened.
Oh.
And how weird would it have been if all 3 of them slept with Janice?
No.
What's our sweater vest tracker?
Well, the prior count was 3.
Doug wore one.
Doug wore one. That means we have to take one off.
Oh,
so therefore it counts 2. No, we didn't have any, so we say 3.
All right. And we know the Magnadoodle first says Joey, call Kim with a smiley face, and then Jay, Kim called again, and then we assume it says call Kim, call Kim, call Kim.
Yeah. That's just my guess. I have no idea.
Right. I couldn't read it either. What's our IMDb rating for this episode?
The rating was 8.1 out of 10 stars with 5,300 ratings.
All right. We didn't have anybody write in for this episode. It's probably not one of the more popular ones.
No.
So I'm going to read one from IMDb.
Oh, did you want me to read it?
That's right. Per the rules. So here's one from IMDb.
All right, let's see here. The one with Chandler's work laugh, comedy fan, 2010, August 14th, 2011. Warning, spoilers. What makes this episode all right is the great idea of Ross hooking up with Janice. This was awesome and so incredibly funny, and it is great how it ends. The conversation when she breaks up with him is hilarious. Ross realizing that he was too whiny for Janice is a great scene, and he looks pretty funny in it. I also loved how she gets to Joey and tells him that that's 2 out of 3 now. The whole Janice story also led to this great ending scene where Chandler realizes that Ross may not be happy with him dating Monica, so he tries to make it look as if he's not happy with Ross dating Janice, but forgave him. I won't say much about the Chandler and Monica story. Monica was her annoying, shrill self.
Wow.
And all I want to say to Chandler is, run away from that witch.
Oh my God.
I did like Doug's wife, though. She seemed like a female version of him when she slapped Chandler on the butt.
Oh my God. Did Doug write this review?
Wow.
That's why you want to write in, people.
Yeah.
So we didn't have a write in a review, but we had a listener email us.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So Katarina L.
Okay.
is from Sweden.
Nice.
Yes, she goes, I'm your Swedish listener. She said that when she was listening to the episode last week, she really giggled about when I was talking about Shakespeare in Love, remember? She said, I have to share a non-friends fact here from today's episode. I had my first international trip outside of Europe over Christmas and New Year's in 1999-2000. The one and only movie on repeat on this aircraft. So not as today. So 7 plus 7 hours a layover in Dubai. Oh. Yeah, really long. 14-hour flight to Thailand. The only movie that was playing was Shakespeare in Love. She goes, you made me chuckle. The 13-year-old me happily watched that movie over and over again. She said, my Spanish vocab my school sent with me. I think I was forced to do it on the flight home. So thanks for writing in, Katarina, and for being our Swedish listener.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, what is next week's episode?
The one with Joey's bag.
Oh, I love the bag. Tell us what the synopsis is.
Well, Chandler's reluctant to tell his girlfriend he doesn't like her massages. Phoebe's grandmother dies, and some dude named Frank Buffet shows up at the service. And fashion monger Rachel gives Joey a man's bag.
A man's bag.
Did you see what the man's bag? You're like, look, he's got a man's bag.
Yeah, I forget what that was.
It was Oscar Isaacs or somebody.
Yeah, it was. No, it was Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal
Had a man's bag. Are you ready for some maladjusted content?
I am ready.
So this week we binged some more Stranger Things.
Yeah, we have one more episode until the new episodes come out.
So we only have a couple more. I read yesterday it was like 16 days till the new episodes come out on Christmas. So we've been watching those. What else did we watch? Oh, we watched a murder documentary. That was like, it was told in a weird way. So you were like told it and discovered.
Right, the crime was weird.
Yeah, and then they made all these like, oh my, shocking discoveries, and it was like, it's not really that shocking. It's shocking in the way that you're just getting to it halfway through this murder investigation. So that was good. What was that called?
No idea. I'll put it in.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. The name of that was the Rocky Mountain Mortician Murder. I just remember that off the top of my head and did not have to edit it in later.
And what else did we watch? Oh, we forgot to talk about it last week because we took a break, but we watched this movie called Cryptic.
Cryptic, yes.
It starts with a K instead of a C. And then when we got done with it, Adam goes, "What did you think?" And I was like, "It was very cryptic." It reminded me of, what's that movie called, Under the Skin?
Yeah.
With Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
This wasn't as good as that.
This wasn't as good, but it kind of gave me that
Yeah.
vibe. It was weird, supernatural stuff going on. Or everyone was on drugs. I couldn't tell. I was like, is this really happening? Or is she
Right.
just thinking that this is happening? I hate that. Like, you can't tell if that's what's really going on.
You don't like unreliable narrators.
No, I don't. Just tell me who you are and what you're doing. Anything else we watched?
Well, we watched The Gorge last night.
Oh, yeah.
We talked about that before, I
We've
think.
seen it before, yeah.
But
It's good.
we just wanted something on.
Yeah. And it's got a good soundtrack.
Yeah.
So it's good. It's really good. I like when he goes, "You came in after me." She was like, "Duh." I can't think of anything else that we watched. All right. Are you ready to wrap this up and let these people out of here?
Yep.
We're so glad you stumbled across our podcast. If you're enjoying it, please share it with other friends, fans.
Or maybe rate it or leave a review.
And if you want to contribute your thoughts or reactions to the podcast, send us your musings and we may share them on that episode. You can also just write to say, "Hey."
Yeah, come on. We like to hear from more of you misfits out there.
Check the show notes for details. You know how to get a hold of us.
Joe, are you ready for a cup of coffee?
Always. Judge rules. Nutter butter.